What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing. I just finished up watching Angel Fierro versus Jeremy Cuevas, and this was a 10-rounder in the lightweight division. And this fight was Saturday, October 22nd, from the Plaza De Toros in Mexico City, Mexico. And this fight was broadcasted on DAZN. And in this fight, Angel Fierro got a very, very nice, very solid 7th-round stoppage victory over Jeremy Cuevas. So this was a really, really good win for Fierro, since that he was coming off, I believe in his last fight, it was that draw with Juan Carlos Burgos, unless he did have a fight after that. But I'm pretty sure his last fight was that draw, so it was a very good bounce back for him, a very solid win. Cuevas is a very solid fighter who I thought that was going to make this fight really close, and he was. I mean, he made it a very competitive fight while it lasted, and it was also a very, very action-packed and fun fight to watch while it lasted. So, yeah, I was predicting Angel Fierro to get the split decision victory, and he exceeded expectations. Although it was a pretty competitive fight while it lasted, he got the stoppage. So leading up to the stoppage, I had this bout scored 58-56 in favor of Angel Fierro. So that first round was a competitive round, but I thought that Cuevas had some very, very nice body work and won that round based off of the fact that he was landing better shots to the body. In round number two, Angel Fierro was just letting go big combinations upstairs and clearly won the round. The same was in round three. He was just landing the bigger and better shots, and that was Fierro, where he was just laying the harder shots and Cuevas backing him up a bit. Then in round number four, Fierro had some solid shots, but I thought that Cuevas had the better boxing and better counter-punching ability, so I gave Cuevas that fourth round. Then in round number five, I mean, it was an action-packed round. I mean, an action-packed round. It was like rock'em sock'em robots. Both of them were trading, but I thought yet again Fierro, since he was landing the harder shots, they just looked like much better in terms of scoring points. So I gave that round to Fierro again. Then in round number six, it was also a very fun round. Early on, Cuevas was doing very, very well coming forward on Fierro. It looked like Fierro sort of punched himself out after that fifth round, so Cuevas was taking advantage. But then as the round went on, Cuevas started to get backed up, and they were exchanging in the middle of the ring in the last 10 seconds. Then Cuevas got hit with a massive right hand. I believe it was a right hand, unless it was a big left hook, but it was either one of the hooks that hit him flush on the chin that sort of buckled him back, and it was the last punch of the round. And then Cuevas went back to his corner stumbling. He was really hurt. Then in round number seven, Fierro went out there, guns blazing, throwing big shots on Cuevas. Cuevas was showing true heart. He was in there saying, "Come on," to Fierro so that he would try and hit him more, so that he'd punch himself out. He was pounding his chest. He was trying to get Fierro to engage even more, but Fierro was already hitting him with massive shots. And I mean, when I'm just saying this, that Fierro was coming forward, throwing shots, I mean, he was really throwing shots. He was letting go like 20 punch combinations, and Cuevas wasn't defending any of them. There was one big 20 punch combination. Cuevas was backed up a bit. He was trying to throw some shots of his own. Then he just kept getting hit in the center of the ring. Hit and hit and hit. Wasn't blocking himself. Then the referee stepped in and waved it off. I think it was a good stoppage. Cuevas obviously wasn't happy with the stoppage. But I mean, you can't get hit like over 20 times and not do anything. He was just getting hit and just keeping his hands up, even though his hands weren't even fully blocking his face. Most of them were half blocked, but still, obviously, those are going to hurt. And he got hit multiple times doing that, not really doing anything else. No head movement, no nothing, trying to throw shots back. So the referee did the right thing and waved it off. So this goes in the question, what is next for Angel Fierro? Getting his 20th win, 16th knockout. This was a very, very good win for him. So I think that in his next fight, I would love to see him step it up, fight again on DAZN on a pretty solid card. He was on a co-main event here. I wouldn't mind seeing him on an opener in the United States on a very big DAZN card. Maybe the second fight in a card or something like that. Just I want to see him on a main card in DAZN in the United States, on like one of those big shows. And I would like to see him face someone who's inside the top 25 in the lightweight division in his next fight. And I think that's what he will get, because this was a very solid win. And I think that, considering that if he does move up again in competition, I think he will get a pretty big fight in the near future. But as for Jeremy Cuevas, losing here for the second time in his career, I'm pretty sure this is his second ever stoppage loss. It might not be, but still, I mean, this was a brutal loss. He was getting hit bad in that seventh round. Not really defending himself too well. But yeah, I think in his next fight, he'll go back to fighting on that sort of leveled Philadelphia fighting circuit, fighting at some of those small arenas, getting some solid wins, just building himself back up, and maybe he might get another opportunity on the world stage. So overall, Angel Fierro stops Jeremy Cuevas in the seventh round to get his 20th victory, 16th win by KO. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.